People have always valued honey for its taste and benefits over the centuries. But what happens if you eat honey every day? What will happen to our bodies? Significant changes will occur, and the effect will be substantial. Watch this video to the end, and I will tell you what happens to our bodies when we eat honey every day. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and press the bell too, so you don't miss my latest videos. The first mention of honey was found in images in the city of Valencia in the Arana cave. The age of the drawing is approximately 15,000 years. So even then, people were eating honey. In ancient Egypt, its healing properties were also described. Until the 16th century, bee honey was the main sweetener. But later, with the invention of sugar extraction from sugar beets and cane, this sugar gradually began to replace honey as a source of sweetness. Today, high-quality bee honey is closer to delicacies than to a staple food product. One characteristic of honey is that it is very well absorbed by our body. Absorption is 100%. Not a gram of eaten honey goes unnoticed. What about the chemical composition? Honey contains vitamins C, E, and B group vitamins. It contains enzymes such as catalase, amylase, diastase, and phosphatase. Microelements in honey include aluminum, zinc, nickel, lithium, tin, and many others. It also contains folic and pantothenic acids. There are a large number of types of honey. The thing is, bees, pollinating different plants, make different types of honey from their nectar. One of the most useful is buckwheat honey, as this variety exceeds the others in amino acids and microelements by about 2 times. It is often used for colds, skin diseases, vitamin deficiency, anemia, hypertension, and protein metabolism disorders. Acacia honey is used to treat insomnia and various neurological diseases. London honey is one of the lightest and most fragrant varieties, and its main advantage is that it helps with asthma, bronchitis, and sore throat. About the benefits of honey and the effects it will have on our body. Bee honey is a friend of the stomach because it will increase our appetite and have a very positive effect on the digestive system. Honey also has a very good effect on our microflora, helping to restore it and bring it to a healthy balance. Honey normalizes our sleep, and the quality of sleep is extremely important for our health and longevity. Honey helps the work of our heart. It is also recommended for nervous disorders and anemia. Perhaps everyone knows about the properties of honey during colds, that it increases resistance to infection. Honey is also beneficial for our thyroid gland. It is worth mentioning separately the effect of honey on our skin, as it promotes tissue regeneration, inflammation reduction, and disinfection, and it is not for nothing that it is even used in cosmetology. With regular use of honey, the skin becomes not only externally healthier, but also internally strengthened. There are even special recipes for honey masks. The calcium in honey helps our bones to be strong. Also, honey has a good effect on the cardiovascular system, improving the work of our heart and making the vessels more elastic. Honey improves the quality of blood and strengthens our cardiac muscle. Are there any harmful properties of honey? Of course, the pros outweigh the cons significantly, but it's also worth mentioning the negatives. The first thing to mention is its high calorie content. In 100 grams of honey, there are approximately 328 kilocalories. Thus, consuming too much of it can potentially lead to excess weight, although it would require a significant amount. It's also worth mentioning the glycemic index. The glycemic index can vary greatly from 30 to 95 units. 30 is considered low, while 95 is high. Dietitians recommend consuming a small amount of products with a high glycemic index, in general, minimizing them. But as I mentioned earlier, there are numerous varieties of honey, and their glycemic index will vary significantly. This is because honey contains both fructose, which has a glycemic index of 19, and glucose, which has a glycemic index of 100, along with a dozen other oligosaccharides. Therefore, the ratio of these sugars will affect the index accordingly. Overall, considering this, as well as its calorie content, it's advisable not to eat too much honey. Another point is allergy to honey and individual intolerance. This also happens. Although there is a theory that there is no allergy to honey itself, an allergy can occur to a specific type of pollen or an artificial component added to the honey. Supporting this theory is the fact that in people with allergies, it may occur with some types of honey and not with others. At the same time, some bee products are used, on the contrary, to treat allergies. So here everything is very individual. But there are contraindications for honey, namely diabetes. As with diabetes, products with a potentially high glycemic index should be severely restricted. And a few more tips on consuming honey and choosing it. Firstly, honey is not recommended for thermal processing. There are studies suggesting that if honey is heated above 60 degrees Celsius, carcinogens are formed. Although on the other hand, there are studies suggesting that while these substances are formed, their dosage is very small, and therefore they cannot harm the body. In any case, it is not recommended to add a large amount of honey to boiling tea. It is recommended to let it cool down a bit and then add the honey. One more recommendation. When you buy honey in winter, never take the liquid one, because it can only be liquid in summer when it's fresh. If you buy liquid honey in winter, it means it's not natural honey. Healthy people will benefit from consuming no more than 3 tablespoons of honey a day. By the way, friends, write in the comments, do you eat honey or not, and do you want to start? Share, it will be interesting. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my other videos.